This is a video showing connecting in this case, an HO sound decoder, ESU sound decoder, and using it to control a DC loco on my test track here. So I've got a DC EX command station that you can build for under $50 if you get the parts from China, about $70 if you get parts here. I'm using the YT controller throttle that I built that you can build for around $50. But this could use any of the other like Wi-Fi throttles or even engine driver, anything that will work with DCC and control a decoder. So I've got the decoder connected to my DCC output from the command station, but I don't have the switch on that's sending DCC to the track. So right now there's nothing going to the tracks in the command station. But the DCC signal does go to the decoder on what would be the left and right track pickup. So then from there, I've got the motor outputs, these first two right here, connected to the track. So the DCC input comes into the decoder. The decoder then responds to the throttle, sends current out to the track like a DC throttle would do, similar. The last two connections over here are connected to a 9 by 16 millimeter decoder, and that also has a 3D printed enclosure box on it. This is similar to the decoders that I put in a lot of my, or not decoder, excuse me, and similar to a lot of the speakers that I install on my decoder installs. I've also got my speed trap speedometer here. I just was setting it up to see how the low speed response with the throttle is compared to say a DC throttle. So I can, with my throttle, I can turn the track power on. I'll put it in forward and we'll turn the throttle up. Lights come on. So right now the throttle is running under DC current coming from the decoder. The speed control is quite good. Here it's going through at 11 scale miles per hour. I can reset the speedometer, bring the engine around. And if I lower the throttle down to, say, the notch 4 on the throttle, speed 4 on the throttle, we'll see that the speed is really quite good, the slow speed. And this isn't, it'll go another 1 or 2 steps slower than this. It seems to be better than the control I have there. We are at 3 scale miles per hour through the throttle. I can blow the horn, but of course it's coming from the speaker, not from the loco. I can do the bell. I can do any of about another 20 different sounds that are available with the sound decoder. The sound decoder was like $100. I'll turn the bell off. I turn the prime mover sound on. So it's not quite as nice as if the sound is in the loco itself. But I think I have a way to hook up an inexpensive under $10 Bluetooth to the speaker outputs. I'm going to try it. I don't know if it's going to work. And I could send those to a Bluetooth speaker that's maybe more central in the layout here. So that pretty much does it. Happy with the results at this point. I'll put this in a cabinet. I'm planning on, my large layout is divided into blocks, and my plan is that I'll be able to take this around in its box, go to a block, and instead of running the power through, I'll turn the DCC power off from the track bus that runs around the layout in these wires here. I'll turn that off for the block and connect this decoder up to the block, and then while I'm in that block I could run a DC loco of my choice in the block. That's down the road a ways, but you could also do this with a non-sound decoder, so you could do the same thing I'm doing here with a non-sound decoder. I do have plans. I'm going to put a light bulb in this circuit because right now there's no real short circuit protection on the circuit that's running, so I want to have that in there. So I'll put all this into a 3D printed box, but you could make your own box, and I'll post all that on the internet on my website. One Fat GMC, the number 1 FAT GMC, like the pickup.com. onefatgmc.com. Thanks for watching.